not from around here, are you?
What makes you say that?
I would have recognized such a beautiful pair of eyes.
Superhero games have been a dime a dozen for years. Good versus evil with no in between. And I don't think I have to tell you that that generation and concept of gaming is old news. Well, that's exactly what this game isn't. Cole McGrath is back and only has 8 hours to kill the vampire Bloody Mary before becoming her vampire slave forever. And if you've seen the vampire Bloody Mary, you'd want to be enslaved by her too. Then again, maybe not. How you doing, guys? This is Jim from the CGRundertow, and this is Infamous Festival of Blood for the PlayStation 3. Since being bitten, Cole has turned into a pale-skinned, blood-sucking, badass vampire on a rampage to return to his human form. Unlike the other Infamous games from Sucker Punch, where your focus is your karma level, there is no meter to determine whether you're a hero or villain in Festival of Blood. So basically in this game, you're a bad guy doing all the wrong things for the right reasons. So Cole's pretty much on the fence in this game. This allows you to go around and bite whoever you please and be as much of a vampire as you wish. Which brings me to my first pet peeve about the game. I needed more blood. As I was playing this game, I said to myself, this is now a vampire game. Cole's been turned. When you hold someone down, I want to see some kind of blood on their necks after he bites them. This isn't Sega Genesis anymore. We have the technology. We can do better. But in Festival of Blood, I found that some of Cole's powers were removed to make room for his new vampire ones. Now, this was both good and bad. Naturally, I'm glad they adapted some of his powers to suit the vampire scenario, and as a vampire, Cole is finally able to spread his wings and fly after my long frustration of having to slowly glide from building to building like in the first two games. In Festival of Blood, as long as you have bitten someone and put blood in your meter, you may take off into the Pyre Night skies in traditional vampire style. And if you're really accurate, you can fly into an enemy while you're airborne using your newly acquired makeshift stake to stake a vampire dead all in one motion, saving you the trouble of having to beat them to the ground first before you can stake them to their true death. Now in Infamous 2, you can enter a screen where you quickly interchange multiple powers at will, but given the benefit of the doubt, Festival of Blood is such a short extension of the game, it's somewhat understandable for them not to give you a plethora and variety of optional powers in your arsenal. There simply just isn't enough game for you to need as many powers that you're given in Infamous 2. I mean, it would have been nice to see Cole with some other fierce powers, like turning a human into your minion, or shape-shifting into the firstborn bat you tend to fight from time to time. But like I said, the game is so short, you wouldn't have a reasonable amount of time that you'd need to earn or attain such powers, if this were a feature-length game. And speaking of feature-length games, I truly believe this game could have been so much more and had enough potential to the point that I think it could have been the Infamous 3 that we would have been looking for in the future, as opposed to a simple $10 expansion download on the PlayStation Network. But being a huge fan of the first two games, this one in particular has instantly become my favorite story out of the series. Lightning will strike and blood will spill as you play this fantastic expansion game full of cinematic storylines and action-packed vampire violence. It's different, it's got a hell of a story, but most importantly, Infamous Festival of Blood is literally bloody fun.